Let's talk a little bit about palm heel strike. It's just another one of our tools that we have in the striking section, and tools that you're going to use in the workout part of the video. The palm heel strike you're going to see as we do the squats. You're going to do squats with a strike. You're going to do sit-ups with a palm strike. We've got push-ups. So let's learn how to do the palm heel strike. Now, there's a clue in there. We're hitting with the open hand of the palm, and we're hitting with the heel, or the fleshy part, or the meaty part of the palm. As I send the strike out, it's important that I keep my fingers together and slightly bent. And the reason for this is, if I send the strike out and my fingers are open, there's a good chance that I might catch a finger on, dislocate, and that can be a serious and painful injury. So think about keeping your fingers together and slightly bent. As I send the strike out, my elbow stays in tight to the body. A lot of the power comes, and most of the power in the strike comes from the legs, the hip, and the shoulder rotation. And that's really one of the reasons why a smaller woman who might weigh 120 pounds can sometimes hit harder than a man who weighs 180 or 200 pounds, because it's really about technique. If a woman uses all of her body into the strike, and a man just uses his arm power, the woman can have a harder strike. So it's really about technique. Don't be intimidated by size. Worry about your form, all right? So as I send the strike out, try to keep the elbow in tight to the body. Now, there's a couple reasons for that. First, the elbow's in tight to the body is a less detectable punch. It's also the straightest line to the target. From the side, you can see by keeping my elbows down, it protects my ribs a little longer. As this strike goes out, I'm protected a little longer, as opposed to having my arms up here. And if I'm striking from up here, all the power tends to go out. I want the power to come through. Remember, think about the legs generating your power from the hips and the shoulder with the rotation. Punch that hip. Punch the hip. Now, it's always important, when you send a strike out, bring it back. As one strike comes out, it comes right back. All right, let's demonstrate on the pad with John. Pad here. An important part of the strike is really measuring the distance, because fights and confrontation, self-defense situations have a lot of variations. The angles are constantly changing, the distances are changing. To develop the most power in the punch, I want to be extended out on the punch. I want to judge my distance. I don't want to be in close here where I'm jammed and I don't have any power. The longer the punch travels, the more power it has. I want to be fully extended when I hit that pad. And remember, on the street, we're not trying to make points in a self-defense situation. It's not a fight where I'm moving in and out trying to make points. I want to make as much damage as quick as I can to get out of the situation and end the situation. So every punch is strong. Think about that strike as a knockout strike. I'm here, strike, strike. I'm going to show you the targets on John. We want to hit sensitive spots, all right? Sensitive spots on this strike, up under the chin. Up under the chin, maybe the nose. If his head is turned slightly, you've got the temple. These are where we want to go to. You always want to strike sensitive spots. That's the reason a smaller woman can make damage on a bigger person. If you strike sensitive spots with all your power, you're going to do the most damage. All right? You think you got it? Let's move on.